Alrighty, traders. Hello, everyone. Hello. Look at the markets. Aren't the markets crazy right now? Just coming out of the gym this morning to get my workout in. Clear the mind, guys. Clear the mind, right? Well, because one of the biggest things about trading, before I get into today's market update, one of the biggest things about trading, right, is your ability to be able to be focused, right? Focused. There's a big thing that's helped me with the markets and helped me with my trading, is my ability to be able to stay focused in the present moment and what's going on with these markets here. So lots of things have been happening in the markets right now, guys. Lots of volatility, lots of movement. Again, right now, guys, I truly believe that we're in a phase of, we're getting ready for some sort of pullback here. And when the market does do this, guys, just keep it really simple, right? Some of you guys are way overcomplicating this thing, okay? You're way overcomplicating. You're like, John, I hear what you're saying about the stock market, but you haven't talked about the interest rates or the yield curve or the bond market. And you're including all these layers on top of your analysis, which is not helping you at all, right? It's actually not that complicated. The biggest thing out there is that, guys, I've been doing it for 20 years, okay? And I'm not coming at you to say that I'm a be all and end all and all this sort of stuff. But one of the biggest things out there, guys, is that stop trying to compare things, right? It's like, well, if the interest rates are doing this and gold's doing that and the bond market's doing this and that, this is doing that, and if the sky is grey today, then that means the stock market's going to go up today. Like, do you see what I'm saying there? Like, it's not that complicated. Like, stop complicating it that much. You don't need to complicate, okay? Let's bring it back to simple basis. And like, even recently, right, you heard me talk about what happened with Bitcoin, right? I talked about it from simple, right? I talked about it from simple analysis out there, that you just got to keep it really simple. It's actually not that complicated. You complicating it, you thinking, well, it's the interest rates and the bond market and this and that and that, and that's what's going to happen to the stock market, right? Where does that lead you? Where has that led you in the past? I guarantee it's confused. How can you use that for a repetitive system throughout the year to make money for the rest of your life, right? You can't, because that's what trading is all about. Trading is all about having a repetitive system, a system in the markets that you can utilize and use for the rest of your life, right? And it's a repetitive system. It's the same set of rules. It's the same thing every single day. And it's a boring task. Like, some of you guys are looking for the excitement and so on and so forth. But for me, my trading, guys, it's every day I'm going back home right now to look at the markets, and guess what? I'm looking for the same setup, the same thing. You guys are trying to overcomplicate it and trying to add all these whiz bang magic and try to be smart. You're actually causing it. I guarantee you're losing a lot of money right now, right? I guarantee it. If you're trying to say, well, if the interest rates are doing this and the bond market's doing this and that's doing that and this is doing that, and so therefore the stock market's going to do this, and that doesn't. What does the stock market even mean? Right? What does the stock market even mean? Right? Because just because of the Dow Jones is doing something right now does not mean every single stock in the Dow Jones is going to be doing that, right? Now we're talking another layer here. That's where, guys, you got to bring it all the way back down. Keep it really simple. Find one trading setup, one trading pattern that you like to trade, and only trade that, right? But that's the easy part, right? Only trade that. So no matter what the Dow Jones is doing or the S&P 500 is doing, if a stock in the Dow Jones or if a stock in the S&P 500 says, well, we're likely to go for a nice move up, but the S&P 500 says we're likely to go down, but those both can actually happen, right? They both can actually happen. So don't overcomplicate this thing, right? Do not overcomplicate. If you check out my webinar with the link in the description, you'll be able to see with the way that I trade, it's the same thing every single day. It's not like, well, I'm trading this and I'm trading that, I'm trading this, I'm trading that, it's the same thing every single day that I'm looking for with that. And the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of you guys, even though you saw me use some simple analysis about the energy, how the market's an energy field, and when the market's used a lot of energy, we need to have a pullback, and that's what happened with Bitcoin and all that sort of stuff. You saw me call that. You guys are, some of you guys anyway, are still trying to overlay all these complicated things, right? Because you think it's complicated. You think it's complicated. And I understand. I was there as well too, right? Again, I've been involved with the markets for 20 years myself. And the biggest thing out there that stopped me was thinking that it was more complicated, right? All I had to do was focus on one system that had a high win-loss ratio, except there's going to be losses in there. And then it's my job now to be disciplined, right? That's the hard part for you guys, right? Disciplined and patient. knowing that there may not be trades every single week. Oh my goodness, John, are you telling me right now that I have to look at the market every single week? Oh my goodness, I have to look at the market every single... If I look at the market every day this week and not take a trade, John, are you seriously? I can't believe that. Like, I'm here to make money, John, not just to look at the market. And that's your thinking, right? You're thinking that's your wrong thinking. Because guaranteed, guess what? That thinking of yours is now what? Getting you into trades, which is causing you to lose money. It's actually, it's the complete opposite to what you think. Trade in the market is not, if you go to the market with that job mentality of what is happening in the markets, meaning, and I actually spoke to someone just recently yesterday about it. He's like, John, I'm a very active guy and I want to feel like I'm making progress. And if I'm looking at the market every day, and if I haven't taken a trade in a week or two, oh my goodness, I'm not making progress. I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here showing up every day to make money. And then guess what happens? You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Right? This is the thumbnail. I think that's the thumbnail, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. And the reason I'm doing this before I get into the technical analysis, before I get home and get into the technical analysis, is because I'm trying to share with you guys that all this stuff that I'm talking about here, by you overcomplicating it and adding different things and not having a repetitive system right through it for you to be able to follow through the rest of your life, right? All this stuff out there, but you swapping and changing out there, these are the things that's causing you to go backwards, right? And you thinking that you have to be smart, you have to be intelligent. And then guess what happens? After all you go through there, but you're not sticking to one simple system, but you overcomplicating it, but you trying to be smart and say the interest rates are doing this and that's doing that and that's doing this, and therefore the stock market's going to do this. And even though the stock market does this, then guess what happens? Then suddenly what ends up happening? Then out of all that, what happens for you? You get confused, you lose a lot of money, and then you want to quit. That's your end of the story, right? I guarantee you 80% of you guys are watching this video right now are on the verge of doing that right now, right? You quit. You want to quit because you're like, this is too complicated. And then guess what happens? Then you start to say the market's manipulated. No, it's not. No, it's not. The market's not manipulated, or actually I should say it is, but it's the way that you are approaching the markets. Stop trying to be smart. Stop trying to overcomplicate it. Use simple analysis that I've been teaching here for the last few weeks, especially the last few weeks over the Christmas and New Year period, and start to apply those to the market you're looking at, and you start to get a good understanding of what the market is doing. So anyway, guys, I'm heading back right now. Let's get into the technical analysis. Alrighty, traders. So let's get into the charts right now. What's happening with the good old Dow Jones and all the other markets across the board right now? So let's get into the Dow Jones first. All the indices are doing something really different. So I'm expecting different things out of all the indices here. The first one is the good old DJ, right? The good old DJ. So looking at the good old DJ is we can see this market has had a nice move up from here. And now we're just going sideways, right? So now we're just flattening out through here. So today we had pretty much a nothing day today. But one thing I am expecting to see is I'm expecting to see this thing flatten out a little bit right now. And because we are slowing, and to start to get like a bit of a pullback from here, right? This is the roller coaster pattern, right? The roller coaster pattern. Market goes up, slow, and then comes back down and probably get a nice 5% or so drop over the next couple of months from here. So, and the thing is, trade, is that we can see that this is what's happening here. But if we go look at some other indices, such as, say, for example, the Russell's already getting what? The Russell's already getting that pullback, aren't we? So it's see how this is pretty much the same sort of analysis of what helped me call the false breakout on Bitcoin. It's the same analysis that I'm using when it comes to the Dow Jones, and that is that when the market has had a very strong move for a while, we just inevitably get to a point that we start to see some form of pullback. And we've had like, what's that, 7 to 10% pullback right now out of the Russell. And that's all it is, traders, right? It's just a nice, healthy pullback, nice, healthy correction. So we're seeing that right now on the Russell already happening. We saw it on the Dow Jones. We already saw a really strong pullback happen at the start of the year for the Nasdaq, right? Once again, nice move up. And then we had this nice sort of, what's that, 5% or so drop. And then the market came up through there. I'm not expecting, out of the Nasdaq, I'm not expecting too much through there, but we possibly could be looking at maybe even just having a bit of a sideways period through here. So maybe we're just going to go sideways through here for a bit. I don't expect to see too much of a drop out of the Nasdaq because we already had a nice drop through here. We are in a very big bull market, so therefore I do see probably the first half of this year. So if I'm looking at this from a trading perspective, right? So this year here, you're probably looking at from here to here, I would say. From there to there, I would expect something like this to happen, right? So something like this to happen through here. And then maybe get a move up like that into the election, and then possibly something like that. This is what I'm expecting to see, out of the markets. And if we had a look at the Dow Jones, we did the exact same thing out of the Dow Jones. We can see that the middle of the month is around about there. Then we actually get we're probably going to get a bit of a pullback through here, bit of a rally, do something like that through there, maybe even do something like this, bit of a rally into the end, close to the elections, have a bit of a pullback, and then possibly have a very, very, very strong towards the finished end of the year. So that's what I'm expecting, guys. Something like this happening around the actual markets from there. And if we go look at the S&P 500, again, we're at a bit of a double top, but we're probably going to get a push to the upside out of the S&P 500. We can see that resistance level there. So I wouldn't be too surprised to get one more little push to the upside, just to really get underneath your skin, right? Just to really just like tempt you. Now, come on, who's going to go long? Bam, right? And then they drop it on your backside. Let's go look at the mining sector. Mining sector is looking really, really weak still, guys. But look at this here. So mining sector is looking really, really weak. We've got this movement to the upside. My long-term analysis, I'm extremely bullish on the mining sector, guys. Extremely bullish. But I believe that bullishness is really going to be really kicking in on the other side of the election. This year, guys, it's probably going to be pretty flat. It's just the way we're seeing it through here. But come over the next couple of years, mining sector is the new gold rush, guys. Really, I truly believe that. Especially looking at things like the GDXJ. Look at this here from the GDXJ perspective, right? It's going to be something really big is going to come out of this level through here. And when it does, we're likely to see some really, really, really big up move from here. So one market go boom. One market go bust, one market go boom. The boom and bust, right? So this one here go boom. And then obviously I believe also the stock market not go bust, but at least have a bit of a pullback from there as well too. Let's go have a look at the silver market from here. And the silver market, as we can see, is still, look at this here, right? Silver's just still stuck in this overall. I tell you right now, traders, whenever we get this thing happening with silver right now, silver's probably going to be one of those really, really. Now, notice what I'm doing here, guys. What did I talk about at the start of this video, right? What did I talk about? Just keep it simple. Notice I'm saying, what is silver doing? Not, what are the mining stocks doing, and what's interest rates doing, and what's this doing, and what's that doing, and I'm waiting for a call from God to tell me, no, right? Simple analysis, right? Again, that first link in the description there, guys, if you click on that, you can go get access to my free webinar. I'll teach you my trading system, and you can see how this simplicity is the way to go when it comes to trading these markets. Keep it simple, right? And so we're getting this level through here. The really awesome thing about silver, though, is that once we start to get that, it is going to be game on like Donkey Kong. Like here we go type thing, right? Absolutely just, I believe silver is one of those things, like it's one of those songs, and really goes in line with that. I think silver is going to make a really big move, right? Really big move. And same for gold as well too. Gold is still compressing up. We've still got that compressing up level through there, I would say. Yeah, possibly through there. That's definitely through there. We've got this compressing up level through here. We definitely had something going on through there. And now it's more like through here. Right, we're looking at the weekly chart here too, traders. So weekly chart, looking at this level. Let's go to the daily charts now. And now we're just sort of just going here. This is really, really exciting, by the way, guys. Let me bring this up through to here. This is really exciting because if gold does hold here for a bit, right, we had this move up, pullback, move up, pullback, move up. If gold does hold here, guys, and we start to get something like that, traders, do you see what I see? Do you see what I see, right? Anyway, so, and let me go finish off now, guys, when it comes to the good old Bitcoin, right? Looking at the video here.
Let's go look at the good old Bitcoin. What's happening here with the good old Bitcoin? Let me actually just take everything off the screen here for a minute. Let me take all the moving averages off because we don't need that. We don't need that. And now we've had this what? We had the false breakout, didn't we? And we definitely have a lot of support resistance levels down through here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Bitcoin. Let's go down to the 4-hour chart now. Yeah. All right. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Bitcoin now rally back up through here to create a little lower high. Let's go to the hourly charts. Back to the 4-hour charts, right? And then I wouldn't be too surprised to see it do something like that, and then for that to happen in the marketplace through there, right? And so the thing is that that's what I'm seeing through there, and I really do see that happening. And when it comes down to the pullback from Bitcoin, I'm not talking about like a pretty big pullback. If we look at support resistance levels, there is a strong level through there. If we ever look at the Fibonacci levels as well too, when it comes to the good old Bitcoin, it's probably bitter for a lot of people right now. They're like, "Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it." I saw someone recently said, "John, I thought this was going to break out because I had a bull flag and then it broke out." Yes, bull flags do break out, right? But one of the most important things, I hope for you guys, that one of the lessons, if you guys have been following me now for the last few weeks at least, you saw me call the Bitcoin breakout. One of the big things is always keep an eye on that higher time frame and the energy in the markets. Look at this here, straight up. If that's done that, then that's on the weekly chart. Then if the daily chart's going to start to break out, we're getting towards the end of a move, and that's one of the reasons what helped me call it, right? It's like when the market goes up for quite a bit of time and gets too far away from the moving average, guess what? We're likely to have a drop in the market. So there we go, traders. Hope this helps you out. Traders, if you'd like to learn my actual trading strategy for free, then that first link in the description, you can click on that and go get access to my webinar where I'll talk to you more about how I got started in the markets, the biggest mistakes, and my trading system. Also, if you just like to get some really good education around the markets, then I'm giving access to my trading course for free. That's that second link in the description. You can click on that. Go get access to that, guys. It goes through 4 phases. Phase 1 is about the foundations to a successful trader. Phase 2 and 3 is about the chart reading stuff. And phase 3, I go into trading systems and some things to look out for those there. So there we go, traders. Have a great day.